Hi, I'm Geneviève Gressy and I'm the host of Fizz and Tell, and welcome back. Sorry, we've had a bit of a break. My lovely colleague here is Norma Wilkie and I'm going to be introducing Norma later on. She's our lovely guest for today. You'll see I'm in a slightly different place than I've been in before, and that's because over the last month I've been busy launching a women's lounge here in Sussex, and it's the most incredible space that we found that was already a pamper lounge, and we're turning it into a women's lounge, and we're still going to be doing all the lovely things that it's been doing, but we're adding to it, which is really exciting. And this is why I've got Norma with me today, because we're going to talk about the importance of looking after you and what self-care really looks like. Norma is a mindfootness, which is mindfulness with reflexology. And I'm looking a little bit jaded because I've literally just jumped off the couch and said to Norma, Norma's just given me the most beautiful treatment. I said, right, Norma, I'm going to talk about this. I've been seeing Norma for about 6 months for menopause more than anything, but Norma sort of looks at me and does her wonderful reflexology and breathing and everything else. And there's everything else that goes along with menopause. It's not just about the physical symptoms, there's the emotional symptoms, there's the psychological symptoms, there's everything else that goes alongside that. And Norma is a gift, a local gift that I was very glad to find. So Norma, tell us a little bit about how you got into this and the benefits that you've seen from it.
I went into reflexology because I was passionate from an early age of directing my brain to benefit my own life. Since I was a child, I suffered from asthma. So in order to control my stress levels and to cope better with stressful situations, I started training my brain. Then I came to the UK.
Because you're originally from Argentina.
I'm originally from Argentina, South America.
Wonderful accent.
I met my husband on a plane, and then I decided. We decided to get married. So I came to live here in the UK. So at that moment, I started working for a wine company for nearly 20 years. But I always wanted to do something to help people. And I have a neighbor who was a reflexologist, and she started giving me some treatments. And I realized, oh, I really like this because I can put the mind with the body together. Yeah. And that was the idea of my business, which is called Mindfootness. So I train as a reflexologist, and I am specialized in women because I think we women, we go through different stages in our lives, through puberty, the years that we are teenagers, and then when we want to become mothers, and then menopause. So
we get it rough.
Yeah, we get
it rough.
So I have a variety of clients from teenagers to pregnancy, to ladies that they are going into the menopause, and I help them through the fit because I can access through different human systems, the organs, and I know when I need to balance, for example, the endocrine system.
My adrenal glands.
Yeah, adrenal glands, because we know when we are going into the menopause, the estrogen levels start going down. And where we can get some estrogens is from the adrenal gland. But if the adrenal gland is overworking, because of stressful situations or because you feel under stress all the time, you are not going to get the right amount of estrogen from there.
So stress management is essential, actually, in menopause. And I think sometimes we we put that to one side. We think if we're having HRT, if we're doing supplements, if we're doing everything else, but actually our mind is the most powerful tool that we've got.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So with reflexology and mindfulness, what I basically do is I try to do to bring you in a state of deep relaxation through a meditation, and then I can have access to your body through your feet.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Because reflexology, when I learned reflexology, and the reason I learned reflexology, it's one of the most ancient healing tools that we have, that we know scientifically why it's so powerful.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I don't know if you want to explain it.
Well,
better than I can.
Yes, I always talk about modern reflexology, because we have to give a thank you to an American nurse who developed this complementary therapy. And she worked with a doctor who was a friend of Dr. William Fisher, who was an ENT doctor who developed the thorn therapy. I don't know if you heard about that, but what he did is to divide the body in 10 vertical lines that they run from the top of your head to every single toe and every single finger.
That's because the nerve endings start and end.
Exactly. And those lines goes through different organs. And these organs are linked to each other by energy. So he started the experiment
as well.
Yes, because he started experiment with cloth pegs attached to to his patient's finger. And then he realized that when he did that, another part of the body went completely numb, anesthetic.
But when you did me today, there were certain parts, because I've hurt my back. And so what Norma did is she touched something, and I won't say what I actually said to her. Beep. And when she was touching my feet, I felt it so much in where my back's hurting. So it was interesting.
So that nurse took the basis of the 10 thorns, and she thought, I can do this with the feet of her clients. So she drew an entire map on the feet of the organs, and she divided the feet in 10 vertical lines.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, and because she knew, she had a lot of knowledge about anatomy and how the organs works. And she knew that more than 70,000 nerves ends on the feet. She started...
That's why our feet are so ticklish.
She started giving reflexology to his clients, and then they started getting better. And that's what I do when I start working at some pressure points, and I found them hard or crunchy. I know that underneath that pressure point, there are deposits of waste material. And my job is to break them down. So I use my thumb with different techniques to break that down. And sometimes it takes 1 session, sometimes it takes 3 sessions. And once I do that, what I'm promoting is blood circulation, because that area, blood wasn't circulated properly with that waste material underneath.
It's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. And at the Pamper Lounge, what we're going to do is bring Norma in for mindfulness workshops and reflexology treatments for clients. And we're probably going to do this on specific Tuesdays of the month, which I'm really excited about, really excited about. I love my treatments, and what I want to do is I want to bring things that I've found beneficial and other people have found beneficial under one roof, that are all holistic, that are all about looking after ourselves and empowering our bodies, our minds, in very different ways. So that's a little bit about what I'm going to be doing at the Pamper Lounge. And Norma is a gift. She really is a gift. If you've never had reflexology and you've got aches and pains, or you're struggling with menopause, or you're pregnant, or you've had a baby and you want to just reconnect with your body,
and to balance the hormones.
Yeah, that's so important. It's so important. And I think as women, we forget that our hormone system is really our next brain.
Yeah,
it is. It's like intuition, they say, is your brain. But I think as women, our hormones control our brains.
Yes.
So we've kind of got this gatekeeper of hormones that we need to keep in check at times. And when we feel overly emotional, frustrated, sad, anxious, it's often linked back to hormones and our endocrine system. And reflexology is the most amazing tool to work with your body, not against it, and support you during those times. So I'm delighted that Norma's going to be coming into the Pamper Lounge on a regular basis. She also works from Crowborough, from her home, which I often run round to, even in the rain. And it's fantastic. So if you've never thought about reflexology, this is something I think at this stage in our lives, obviously this is aimed at women over 40, but if any woman and of any age is
over
listening,
50 and 60 as well.
Yeah.
And it's also really good for a stiff neck, lower back pain. It's joints,
joints, and
anything where the body feels inflammation, headaches.
I mean, it's
and also to boost the immune system. So I got a lot of clients that they come to see me from October onwards, to prepare the body not to catch any cold, and especially with all the virus that we got now around. So
it's a lovely boost. It's a lovely complement, isn't it? It's a complementary therapy that really does complement our mind, body, and soul. So
as it's not invasive, it's
wonderful.
on the feet, and also
you don't
some
take your
people that
off,
they don't want the feet. I do the hands as well.
It's wonderful. So just wanted to introduce you all to Norma, and really let people start connecting with your bodies in different ways. If you want to bring about some therapeutic healing, then do look at reflexology and what reflexology can do for you. Anyway, I will be coming back from the Pamper Lounge. I will be doing more of these sort of mini little Fizz and Tell sessions with guests from here and from other areas. So you will see other backgrounds and different things. This is our wonderful, relaxing treatment room that is, I've nicknamed it the Zen Den.
Really relaxing.
Because it really is the Zen Den.
Yeah.
You walk into it and go. So come along and see us, and we look forward to welcoming you very soon. Thank you, Norma. Thank you. Bye-bye.